All right, mic check, mic check. I think everybody can hear me. What's up, everybody? Go for it, painting. Hello, how you doing? All right. Chaotic painting, what's up? All right. I'm getting game here. Start working on this Tyranid and get this guy all finished up for part 2. This should finish everything up here. What's up, everyone? My name is Brentley. Welcome to Wicked Minis. Welcome to YouTube Live. How's everyone doing on this fine Sunday morning for me? We're going to be working on this Neurolictor. I'm going to have to finish all this guy up. Pretty much it's just doing all the midtones, highlights, edge highlights, and then this guy is all completed on this thing. We should be able to knock this out relatively quick because I had a short video on the last one, so this one should go pretty fast. Yesterday I spent another 4 hours working on a competitive piece for my local paint competition. I've been working on this Acryl, and I've been working on the armor. And I think I got the armor honed in relatively good, but we might have to go back into the armor a little bit more after I get all the other pieces hooked together, because he has like his arms and his backpack and stuff. But I think I got the lighting correct on the non-metallic metal green. It is relatively bright for Dark Angels, but we'll see how it goes. Because I need to be able to get this guy done and turned in by next Saturday. I think that's when the competition is, hopefully. So I'm integrating a technique style that I picked up, and I'm kind of trying to hone in the skills on the non-metallic metal to make sure that I got the lighting correct on here. So we'll see how it goes when I turn it in. And then I can hopefully get some really harsh critiques from the judge or the judges. I don't know if there's more than one judge or just a single judge. I'm not 100% positive on any of that. Because I missed the last one, and the last one was I think it was Marvel Crisis Protocol. I didn't know that the store was even doing any of them, but it's great because I want to pick the brain of that judge that's doing it. So that works. It all works. Let's do the things. We were going into some bright ivory because we're going to lighten up the burgundy for the flesh. And do all the little flesh pieces all on this model first. Hey, what's up, Sarah? How you doing? Take some of this burgundy, gonna add some of the bright ivory. Knock these things out, get a Neurolictor done, and then next Sunday we'll work on either a Biovore, a Screamer, or a Psychophage. phage, whatever, however you want to name that thing, and kind of work on those guys. And after I'm done with pretty much all the individuals, then I'm going to switch things over and actually do the character models of the Ultra Bros. So like a Terminator Captain and all that stuff, and we'll do those all in Space Bro, Ultramarines. Let's zoom in a little bit more because it just looks like I'm painting a million miles away. Early spring cleaning. That's always nice. Hey, what's up, Smoke Eater? How you doing? I didn't even see you on there. How's it going? Sorry. How are things? Sitting here, I'm battling freaking caffeine shakes right now. This happens when I have very sensitive to coffee. It's like I kind of need to wake up a little bit, but then also like I have like horrible shakes right now. This takes a little bit before this gets out of my system, obviously. Figure out if I'm gonna paint today. I don't know. Yeah, I need to. I'm kind of like I'm painting because I'm doing the stream. That's what causes me to paint so much. I know the feeling of not wanting to paint. Know the feeling all too well. So yeah, I was working on yesterday. I put in about 4 hours. I started working on Azrael, working on the non-metallic metal armor, which I think I accomplished it pretty well. It feels like I'm missing something on here, maybe some more edge highlighting, maybe a brighter one. I think I went with a bright, like pale yellow and yellow green for an edge highlight, but it just didn't seem like it kind of sparked it good enough. So I think I might need to go maybe a pale green or something that's like really bright, like you can't really tell that it's green, to kind of edge this out and maybe get some better brightness. But it does look relatively good. A lot of things looked a little out of place because there's like here I need to put the I think what I need to do before I do any more work on the non-metallic metal is get all these little little pieces done that are on there, because he has like a little scripture thing on his pauldron and on his thing and then on his chest and stuff, so I can kind of bring all these out. And I need to get this guy done for next Saturday. I need to put him in the local paint comp. Now, I didn't see fortunately I didn't see like a post that it was gonna happen, but just gonna get it done anyways. It's like really cutting it close. Just trying to hone in the non-metallic metal non-metallic metal technique. Trying to hone that skill in a little bit more and see like what I'm missing or what needs to be added or taken away. But the technique will still be utilized no matter if I'm using green or gold or silver or whatever. It'll still be the kind of same technique, so I'm trying to hone that skill in a little bit more. Yeah, I'm just sitting there because like I put a transparent wash over this to kind of blend it better. It was looking a little rough, but it seems like it needs like a really bright. I don't think it needs to go like bright white though. I don't think a bright white would do it. So maybe like a real pale green or even a pale yellow might do it. Not sure. I'll cross that bridge when I get there, but I think I need to fill in all the other little decorative pieces all on that thing. Hey. Yeah, I think maybe the pale yellow will probably pop it. And I gotta use it very sparingly. Use it too much, then it might not turn out right. So maybe just to emphasize the brightness. Not go full all the way, edge it all the way up. Heck yeah, should do that. Best part about mid-tones, highlights, and edge highlights, this is actually kind of the fastest part of the whole thing. A lot different than block fills, your base coat. Mid-tones on this, and what we're going to do is just go right into highlights. So same with the burgundy and the bright ivory. We're going to take even more bright ivory, mix it in here, and we're going to get real pale pink out of this. Or you can just utilize the pale pink, either or, it'll work. And there's like the most exposed pieces of the flesh here. I don't want to cover all of it. Kind of giving it a little bit more definition. kind of cautious because I still got the shakes. It's coming in like small intervals right now. Waiting for the caffeine to. But it's just nice that I'm not doing so much building now, where I can actually start doing working on some stuff. Not all just stream-based material. Planned and Azrael for the Dark Angel. Nice. What's up, Talon? How you doing? Alright, let's get all the other kind of boring stuff out of the way. Let's go ahead and start working on the browns. For all the claws. So we actually did that with dark golden brown. The dark golden brown was the base color of everything, so I'm going to take some of that dark golden brown. And that previous color that we had was the bright ivory. We're going to mix this into each right here. Got a date with the wife, nice. By ourselves in like a year. Ah, gotcha. Alright. That's nice. Like, it's nice, like, to be able to do things. Things can get so stressful. Stressful in a relationship. And, you know, having kids and working and so many things that can put a strain on it, so that's really nice. Really nice. Get here and just kind of like, okay, let's kind of set ourselves maybe some focus points, goals. Like, why does this thing keep moving on me? Yeah, so I've been a little is the pilot on? Next thing you know, from each other. Absolutely. If you know exactly, I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly. Exactly what you. Oh, sorry, my nose is. One thing about Tyranids, they do got a lot of little claws, hooks, things, sharp pointy things to stab at you. Much. Keeps on bouncing back and forth. That looks good. Almost. One more set of hooks and claws. And we gotta go in just the highlight versions of this, and we're gonna actually make them brighter white. along here. Once we get all this stuff done, and then we'll go on to the next one. That'll be the green. Blow out the blades. Work on the purples, and then give the whole thing a wash, and then the whole model's completed. So easy. I need to go to the game store and pick up Samael. I think it finally got to the game store. There was no way for me to get a Samael. Raven Wing. The Dark Angel Raven Wings. I ordered it, and then I started deciding about like what I wanted to do with armies versus units, and then now I'm thinking I'm just gonna do a unit. My goal is to paint as much stuff as I can, possibly open up a Etsy store at the start of next stuff for. Or anytime soon, but not a bad action. Liam Hemsworth and Russell Crowe. Oh, okay. Did Liam Hemsworth actually do relatively well? Or is it just the same old Liam Hemsworth? It was good when he wasn't talking. Oh, that's that's the best that we're probably gonna get out of the new Witcher series as well. Just so long as he just keeps the just grunts and only grunts, and then we'll be all right. Oh, that's so funny. It was good when you wasn't. Oh. that is okay. Let's get into the green. So now we did all the claws, we did all the flesh parts. Now let's get into the green with the brains, the claw parts. Always start with the base coat that we have. The base coat that we did with this was black green. I think bigger brush would work. A number 2 instead of a number 1. And with the black green, we're gonna go a mixture between like a 50-50 black, green, and green. Remember the show here, Heroes from like 2006 to 7-ish? I do not. Heroes? Like 50. So we'll take some of the 50. There's a blotch of the dark green, black green, some of the regular green, mix these two together. Kind of keeping the internal parts here dark. Oh, really? Okay. brighter on the green. So now we're going to take bright yellow green and mix it into that 50-50 mix that we have. We're going to get kind of a lime green out of this mix. Parts here, the brain. This before we get into the purples is because you might get some stuff on the purple and it'll get all covered up by tight in some areas. Model still able to get to it, but it is pretty tight. A mocha caramel espresso. But I normally, then it causes me to have a bunch of shakes, caffeine overdose. Shakes have finally left now. I forgot a green, black green, regular green. For the rest of the glow. Paint the dry real quick so I can put the lime green look on here. Then we gotta go just a wee bit brighter, and then that should finish up the rest of the glow effect on this guy. And then we'll work on the purples, and then we're all done. And then after we get the purples on, we'll give it a whole wash, and then the model's all completed and look like all the rest of these. So, coming along looking pretty good, I have to say. And I'll probably take a break for a little bit, and then I'll have to get back into my Azrael. I've been working on that non-metallic metal green, utilizing a different kind of technique, a different kind of way, and trying to uniform the light reflections properly. We are getting there. Because I need to get that guy done. Gotta get him turned in Saturday. Heck on that. Since I don't have anything to really build anymore. I'm gonna take some more of the bright yellow green, gonna mix it into the yellow green so I can get brighter glow. Purples here and get the guy done. little shaky. Never mind, didn't fade off yet. Greens on there. Now we gotta go into the purples. Go down to a smaller brush because a lot of these panels on the guy is whatever I'm trying to think of. So the base coat was actual purple, dark purple, but that's what we did for the base coat. And then we're actually just gonna go royal purples. That's what we're gonna be working with after this. So just go straight into royal purple, and this is gonna be like, because it takes 2 parts to make the mid-tone come out properly. I still have to add the bright ivory into the mix. Because the royal purple doesn't really exactly show that well over the dark purple. Here. Brush. Technically, I'm just kind of leaving all the dark purple up in the recesses of the all these hills, armor plates, whatever. I'm only doing partial, about 50 of the, like a 50-50 fill on. Almost. How many Oompa Loompas will you think it will take? I think it would probably take all the Oompa Loompas. I think John Wick is kind of a better superhero than most. So that would be almost the same thing as oh, I forgot what I was thinking of. Oh, the deal is like how many of those toad things? I saw that on Instagram. Like how many of the toads on Mario would it take to kill Bowser? It was like 1,000,000 of them. So with John Wick, I think it's just like till his bullets run out. Oompa Loompas. Yeah, my money would be on like 572. I imagine it would be a mass amount. Thanks. Dark here. Okay. Now. Now I'm kind of thinking that I don't think I use the bright ivory. I think I go into faded plum. I think it's a 50 mix with royal purple and faded plum. And then faded plum will be the actual edge highlight after everything is done. Just faded plum. The 50-50 mix. Royal purple and faded plum. Yes. More like what I do. Added this for a while. Now this will finish up the rest of the mid-tone that we need to do on these guys. Almost. Oil purple, let's go and fix. I can. This spot. Yeah, happens to the best of us, I guess. Realistically, only more than 30. God Emperor of Mankind, what's up? How you doing? I don't approve of this heretic behavior. This is epic. I appreciate you. We're making progress here. This witch let you die already on the throne, and then you can actually get back into the fight. Gonna resurrect back. Almost done with the full mid-tones now. Okay. Now I got the midtones in there. Now you can see that it all kind of came out a little bit better. A little bit more in depth on the scales of matter there. Armor plate and the purple armor plate. Now I just gotta do the final edge highlighting. That's actually just gonna be faded plum. Pink. I think I add anything. I want to say faded plum is the last little bit. Now we're just gonna edge highlight. Armor pieces. Is that like the version that still likes his son Morty? Death Guard, huh? Got the bottom half, now we just top half. Nice. But then everything else is not looking that good. It's kind of hard to get out of. What I've noticed personally, it's hard to get out of one faction of painting one and into another faction of painting something. Especially if something that's not familiar to you. Painting like a different kind of faction. Like if you're like really like been painting a lot of Death Guard and say switch it up like real crazy, like doing Sisters of Battle. I can see it being a little bit of a different transition because you're using different kind of techniques and styles on one faction to the other faction. So sometimes it'll turn out being that way. I get it kind of difficult switching from one faction to another. Some miniatures look better in action. There's took quite a bit of practice my end to try to get things looking like every other paint job. That is just practice requirement. Painting different factions. Like, I remember just painting chaos stuff and then making, like, the skin look dead. Like I did on these, like on the obliterators. You know, and then how I kind of made, like, that kind of dead, pale, fleshy look to them. Also, when I did, like, the Dark Apostle and, like, the chaos, like, dead flesh look to them. Looked a little bit better. Even my mutilators, where you're just kind of doing like kind of a dead fleshy kind of deal to them, and then going from that and then trying to get like a good layout on like a good face. Oh. And then instead of making it look dead, make it look more alive. My sisters, and trying to make it more liveliness to them. It kind of proves a little bit of difficulties when I'm like in one way of doing something and then switching over to make it look like something completely different from action. I do have hard times transitioning at times. Thank you so much for the subscribe. Thank you. Appreciate that. Highlights. Really gives the scales more depth now. Close, like it. Another model completed. Not bad for 2 little sessions. I think this guy only took about 6 hours. Live streaming. A little different in time structure. Live streaming to painting on my off cam. And other things I'm working on, like yesterday I spent about 4 hours on this Dark Angel. Working on the non-metallic metal green. And I just kind of need a little bit more. I think maybe more emphasizing on the flexion part. Get these things down. But I don't want to get too wrapped up in getting the proper things on there. And let's get all the little trinkets and stuff all done on this dude before I start carrying on a little bit more on that non-metallic metal. I need to get that dude done so he's ready to go into the local paint next Saturday, so I'm going to be working on him pretty heavy. Yeah, it's a pretty vibrant green for a Dark Angel. I almost feel like it's a little too bright green. But we're going to go with it anyways. I think maybe if I do a wash over it, I could probably tone it down just a touch. But yeah, it is a very extremely, especially when I start with something like that. That's where the base color is this color. And going there to this super bright green, it's a little off from the Dark Angels. They should be a little darker. Kind of have a little bit more of a salamander look, but it's all good. We'll see. I'm integrating a different kind of technique style that I'm doing for the non-metallic metal, more so than what I've done before. Integrating multiple different people's styles of non-metallic metal, like I did on the Thousand Suns here. The non-metallic metal is kind of not structured lighting wise in the right direction. So I'm kind of honing down the light reflections a little bit more. So the non-metallic metal is looking a little bit much better than what I was doing before. So it's just the small things, you know. Trying to hone the skills in a little bit more. Hone in that technique, trying to get it to fit proper for what. Brush. Almost. Oh. Alright, now he's just down for just a wash now. We got him all accordingly. So you actually put it up on the Discord? Let me take a look here. Finished projects? Oh, okay, I see. You're working on a war dog. Or no, you're working on that abhorrent night. I need to open it. Can't see. No, I really like that Mortarion. That Mortarion looks really good. I like how you have like that little lighter blue mixed in with the flesh tones in those wings. They look good. I think Mortarion looks great. And I like all your little pox dudes. And then what are those big mutant dudes that are in the background with all the little pox guys that you got there? You got like these kind of dudes with like mouths coming out of their stomachs and stuff. I don't think I've ever seen those. Those are cool looking. Like one where he has like fire coming out of his belly and stuff. Those are neat looking. A good job on painting that thing too. I like that flesh, that bruised looking flesh that you got. They're Gallerpox. Gotcha. Oh, they're from the kill team? Oh, okay. They're nice looking. I like it. I like that bruised flesh look that's on them. All right, let's give the final touch here, and that's giving it a wash on this Tyranid. I might back this up. There you go. Now it fits all in one screen. Use ground brown on this because we're going to be toning these guys down, and then that should be a wrap up for me. You did an excellent job. Got this guy done. I don't want to start a new thing while I'm YouTube live. I want to keep everything to a specific character. 3 or 4 years ago. Okay. Shake this thing up. Think your Morty is the worst looking mini? I don't think so. I think it looks really good. Yeah, your little poxwalkers look really good too. I like them. Alright, so I'm going to be using an oil wash. This is Mr. Hobby, Mr. Weather Coloring, ground brown. Comes in 2 parts, so this is the wash, and then this is the solvent, so you can actually move it around and also clean your brushes. I take the solvent, I normally put them in a little squeeze bottle like this that I open up the top because the stuff evaporates out of there. Take a crummy brush, crummy oil brush. As you can tell, it doesn't have a point to it no more. Is a little bit in the oil, solvent, thick. and so it kind of move around so it's not so dark under here. Off. Bit of glue. You got lots of time with the oil wash. You got like 15-20 minutes before this stuff dries, or at least relatively sets. A full dry time probably takes you about a half hour. Need a makeup sponge, other makeup sponges that are kind of shredded and cut up. Needle, some tweezers here. I can get up into the crevices here. That's hard to get this actual big sponge in there. Oh, those are really neat looking. That's a cool looking Kill Team box. That's neat. They're very neat looking. Silver. What I can read. Soaking up all the excess oil. Kind of toning down the color that I'm using here. Just onto the base. Or wipe off most of the brown wash off of the purple. Smaller ones, so side. Each with brush. So we got one washed Neurolictor. Ready to rock and roll. Worked out really good. All right. So that's probably a wrap up for me for today. This is the part 2 of the Neurolictor, completely finished. Now, granted, we didn't do the base, just the model itself, like everything else we've done. So now this one will start equaling up to this one, like all the rest of my Tyranids that we've been doing here on YouTube. I think that I'm getting closer and closer, pretty much done, almost done about doing individual models. We still got Screamer, Psychophage, Biovore, that we'll do next time, and get those guys done. And then pretty much I'll do small mass amounts of, well, actually I won't do any of the small mass ones. So like all the gargoyles, the termagants, and all that kind of stuff, they're all relatively the same. You got pretty much the gist of it through the character models. So I'm gonna start working on the character models here on YouTube with the Space Bros, the Ultra Bros. I've been doing kind of the sub paint jobs. These are like my Terminators. Yeah, you have a good evening too, and thank you so much for the sub. I really do appreciate that. Hopefully to catch you again. I do YouTube lives on Sundays. Most of the time I do Twitch streams. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We've been working on these Ultra Bros. These are the Terminators. Getting these guys all done. Got some Sterngard vets for all the Ultra Bros, trying to get these guys completed and done. These are the Infernus. Just kind of smashing the assembly amount, and I think I might switch over and do the assembly paint jobs for the Termagants and all that kind of stuff through Twitch, and use character models only on YouTube. So then that means that we'll do the Terminator Captain on YouTube. Librarian and Phobos armor. Get like these guys kind of done on YouTube. A lieutenant in Phobos armor. Kind of get these guys like the individual dudes done on YouTube. And then it actually immortalizes them on YouTube, because nothing really gets immortalized on Twitch. But it's kind of nice actually getting full character models done there. Mondays we're working on models for something that's called a sub appreciation prize wheel that I have going on Twitch. This one here is from a company called Artle W, exclamation mark Artle. And we're working on this guy on Monday, so we'll work on this guy tomorrow, trying to finish him up. Be kind of done. He has kind of a cell shading red armor, and working on the non-metallic metals on this, but the non-metallic metal red, but it has kind of a cell shade work on this. So this is the Skull Razor Chosen. So I guess if you use them as a proxy model in your 40k, I guess you can do Master of Executions. Kind of have him as a pretty cool looking model. I'm getting him done. So hopefully we'll wrap this dude up on Monday, tomorrow. And then Wednesday and Friday we'll be working on the suppressor, back under the suppressor squad for the Ultra Bros. And working up on doing like the mid-tones, highlights, and then we're gonna color the gun and the band of weaponry here that of ammo that hooks into this thing. After I'm done doing all the midtones and stuff, because we only have just the solid base tone colors on everything here. Then get these guys all done, and trying to get them done. Just slowly plugging them away, and then also on my off time to get Azrael completed, because he needs to get turned in on Saturday. So we'll see how far I can get along everything else. But I just want to say thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me on my YouTube live. I really do appreciate it. Make sure that you like the videos, subscribe to this channel. I'm doing videos every Sunday just to get that consistency with the algorithm. I'm trying to shoot for 1,000 subs on YouTube, or the followers on YouTube, so we can just so I can start working a partnership. If I do something of that, I'll start making actually individual videos like I did originally about over a year ago, and then I took a huge break from it because Twitch was taking up so much time. But now I'm able to kind of just dish out a little bit of here and there on YouTube just to keep YouTube alive. So if I can just keep posting a video a week, I think that'll work pretty well. Shout out to my sponsors above. You can use those commands in chat, or you can go over to my Discord, !Discord, and check out over into the sponsor affiliate category in my Discord, and all of them will be all listed there too, so you can use them there. You guys can come and follow me since we're on YouTube. You can follow me over on Twitch, !Twitch. And I do that Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Always have a good time there. Then there are kind of late night streams. Early morning if you're across the pond. In the afternoon if you're over in Australia. But it's late night in the States. But that's the only time I got, since I have to work Monday through Friday anyways. So that works there. Follow me over on my socials, !Social. I'm mostly on Instagram, but I have everything kind of tied to all my other ones, so they kind of upload those. But yeah, I think that's it. That's a good wrap up there. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't have the same kind of things like Twitch does, so it's not like, hey, let's go and raid over to somebody else, or like go to somebody else's channel that's live painting, or if there is anybody live painting, and actually build a community through YouTube would actually be really nice. But they don't have that, so once I close out the stream, you guys are pretty much just, this ends, unfortunately. But other than that, guys, I really do appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. Thank you guys so much. Other than that, I'm going to close out and enjoy the rest of the day. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And, I'll catch you guys tomorrow while we work on that proxy world eater. Till then, guys, take care. And I'll see you guys next time. Do I not have one on there? That's a good call there. I got one. Alright. I will do that. That's a good idea. Thank you.